The glass doors of the luxury store open with a soft hiss, and the moment the woman steps onto the glossy floor, a security guard shifts in front of her, palm raised, steering her sideways as if the entrance has misread her. She angles toward the glass cases anyway, but the guard mirrors her path and points to a rope line near the wall, turning open space into a boundary. A well-dressed couple glance at her and smile at each other, the smile saying the store is correcting something. The sales associate behind the counter keeps smiling at the couple and does not look at the woman at all. Under bright spotlights, watches and rings glitter inside glass like tiny locked suns, and every reflection multiplies the people who are allowed to stand close. A manager in a tailored blazer approaches with the calm steps of policy, and she says the VIP section is reserved. Appointments only. Voice smooth and final. The guard's radio clicks softly, and the click feels like a reminder that the building runs on authority. Two shoppers in designer coats scan the woman's tote, then return their eyes to the jewelry with relief. A teenager lifts a phone slightly, then lowers it when the scene stays quiet. The woman does not argue, does not explain, and the silence gives the room space to decide who she must be. The manager gestures toward a velvet bench near the wall, the gesture polite in shape and sharp in meaning. The woman walks there without rushing, refusing to give anyone the satisfaction of a struggle. She sits on the edge of the bench, tote on her lap, back straight, gaze lowered to the floor where light pools in clean rectangles. Behind the counter, the associate laughs softly at something the well-dressed man says. A second associate polishes a bracelet with slow reverence. Reverence offered to the buyer more than the object. A woman in heels says people shouldn't waste staff time, loud enough to reach the bench. The guard remains angled toward the woman, not toward the door, as if presence is the real problem. The manager checks her watch, then checks the woman, measuring how long she plans to exist here. The woman's fingers tighten once on the tote strap, then loosen. In the glass cases, her reflection appears in fragments, never the whole person. A couple passes close and does not step aside, treating space like something they own. The woman glances once at the security camera dome, then lowers her gaze again. The store's soft music loops, and the loop makes the silence around her feel intentional. Near the entrance, a young mother struggles with a stroller and a shopping bag, and a small tissue-wrapped box slips from the bag and drops to the floor. The mother freezes as if the store will punish her for it. The associates glance over and look away, hands staying clean. The guard shifts, ready to assume the worst of the nearest stranger. The woman rises quietly and crosses the glossy floor at a measured pace. She bends slowly, picks up the box with two fingers as if it is fragile and expensive, and holds it out without stepping into the mother's space. The mother takes it quickly, mouth forming thank you. Then she swallows the words when she notices the guard watching. The woman steps back, returns to the bench, and sits again as if the small act never happened. For a second, the crowd's attention wavers, unsure what to do with kindness that doesn't ask permission. The manager approaches again, smile thinner, and asks what the woman is waiting for. The woman looks at the manager's chin rather than her eyes and reaches into her tote slowly. She draws out a single sealed envelope and holds it level with both hands. The manager does not take it immediately, and the pause becomes a small public performance of suspicion. A man near the watches leans back to watch more clearly. The guard steps closer, close enough to cast a shadow across the envelope. The manager pinches the envelope between two fingers and holds it away from her body. She tears it open, scans the first page, and her expression shifts at the edges. She reads again, slower, and the room's sound seems to dim. The guard leans in, still expecting the paper to justify him. The manager clears her throat once, an authority noise that makes nearby murmurs pause. A sales associate looks up and straightens, sensing something wrong in the manager's face. The woman remains still, not pleading, not performing, letting the room hang on its own certainty. A frosted door marked staff only opens, and a man in a dark suit steps out with the calm pace of someone who belongs everywhere here. Employees adjust their posture when they see him, and the posture change tells the customers what words do not. The manager hurries toward him with the paper held close to her chest now. He takes it, reads the header, and his jaw tightens in controlled irritation. He looks up and locks onto the woman immediately, and the crowd follows his gaze like iron filings finding a magnet. He walks across the marble floor and says her name clearly, full name, the kind used for scheduled appointments and corporate visits. The woman stands, smooths the front of her coat once, and meets him at eye level. He offers his hand and she takes it, brief and professional, and the handshake lands like a stamp. The manager's smile tries to rebuild itself too quickly, and everyone can see the glue. The guard takes a half step back, his certainty evaporating in public. A well-dressed woman at the jewelry case drops her eyes to the glass as if suddenly interested in her reflection. The man near the watches checks his phone with urgent focus, trying to disappear into a screen. The suited man speaks calmly about a compliance review and an internal audit, and consequence does not need to shout. He turns slightly so the manager and guard can see the top line again. A sales associate swallows and steps back, hands suddenly busy with nothing. The manager nods too many times, too fast. The suited man gestures toward the private consultation room behind the frosted glass. The manager rushes to open the door, politeness arriving late and loud. The woman follows at the suited man's pace, not the manager's. She does not look at the customers, does not search for faces, does not collect payment from anyone's discomfort. The guard stays by the rope line staring toward the entrance, suddenly unsure who he is allowed to dismiss. The mother with the stroller watches the woman pass, eyes careful, newly awake. The frosted glass swallows the woman's silhouette, and the lobby is left holding its own silence.